Finally, new structures that can make all of this possible. And let me say again, these new structures cannot be, we don't have time for it. They can't be in opposition to any existing church structures. The best criticism of the bad is the practice of the better. Just go ahead and do it better. Right? Don't waste the next 20 years of your life being against anybody, anything, any group, any institution. Just go ahead and do it better. Isn't that fun? It's so common sense once you hear it. And yet, for some reason, people can't hear that. You see, the ego forms itself by being against things. It gives you an immediate sense of superiority, control, and identity. We call it identity politics. Just prove that that group is inferior to me, and for some reason, it holds my group together. It works. It works. And we saw it work with a certain percentage of people in this election. I think one reason we're rejoicing is that it didn't work with so many people. And that tells me we are growing up. Right? That tells me we are maturing. That we can't make an immediate appeal to identity politics anymore and have everybody jump on board, as they did in most of history. All you had to do is wave the Polish flag, no offense to the Polish, and all the Polacks would be behind it. Do you understand? That's the way we all thought. I'm not picking on the Polish people. Every group that we are a part of thought the same way. That isn't going to work anymore. And I'd like to say that there's a direct line from the teaching of Jesus to that new consciousness, because he had no interest in it whatsoever, in creating belonging systems, which is what we've had up to now. Belonging systems instead of transformational systems. So these new structures, they have to be almost parallel and symbiotic to the existing church and structures. Now, these are already happening. Let me just mention a few of these mediating institutions. I bet most of you here and listening belong to these kind of groups, one or the other. Prayer groups, Bible study groups, service groups, soup kitchen service, third world justice groups, contemplative practice groups, centering prayer groups, just faith groups, the new monasticism. This is quite amazing. And yet most of these people have not left their historic tradition. You understand? They're finding a symbiotic relationship between the two. The other exciting piece of this is that really, again for the first time, we've stopped idealizing the top. When the world is shaped like a pyramid, for what you do is you, for some reason, worship those up at the top of the pyramid, because that holds your belonging system together. It works. Do you see? Now, what's happening is a recognition of real gifts, real ministries. The first question is not, is he ordained? Is he ordained? Has she studied theology? The question is, can she do the job? Is she changing lives? Is it working? We all listen to Dr. Phil in this country. And people will make their arguments on his show, and after the end of 20 minutes of argument, he'll just look at him and he'll say, and is this working for you? And invariably they'll have to say, well, no. Well, they say, then why do you keep doing something that isn't working? And so there's this whole emergence of lay leadership, that competence is what's important. Not this automatic superiority because 30 years ago a bishop laid hands on you. And I'm ordained too. I'm not against ordination. Please do not take offense if you're ordained. It's lovely. But we have to say, is it doing the job, right?